Welcome back to Marketing for Your Future. I'm your host, David Benfitter. On the show, we speak to digital marketing experts to help make you a better marketer yourself. And joining us today, all the way from Palm Springs, California, is Jeanine Moss with Outfront Solutions. Jeanine, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm loving a new week.
Me too. It's been nice. Florida, the weather here in Florida is starting to break a little bit. It's not super summer. It's just regular summer.
Yeah, right. We're only in the 90s versus the 120s.
God. So, Jeanine, talk to me about Outfront Solutions. What is your company and what do they do?
So Outfront Solutions is a branding, marketing, and business development firm. And our clients, they want to grow. They want to increase their valuation. They want to enter new markets, whether they're new consumer group markets, whether they're new geographic markets like Europe or even coming to the United States. We are lifelong branding and marketing people, and as well as we've been working in operations for companies, enterprise level and startups, so we know how things work, and we bring our branding, marketing, biz dev hats and make it happen.
Excellent. So let's talk about trends. Let's rock to the future. So how do you see what do you see is going to be the biggest change for marketers in the future? Like what should people be on the lookout for?
I think we have to talk about it and think about it entirely differently. You know, the terms that we use, advertising, marketing, PR, communications, these were all invented in the 1950s, and we're still using them. But they don't reflect how we go to market anymore with the gazillions of media choices that we have and the blurring between owned, earned, paid, and shared media. We need new ways to look at it, and I think technology is going to be that glue that makes that happen.
So, that old terminology, that archaic way of describing things. So, what would you suggest in opposition?
Okay, well, number one, I think communications is at the top of the triangle. Currently we go, oh, well, there's marketing and there's advertising and there's communications. And comms is supposed to be corporate and advertising is more product. So I think that goes away underneath an umbrella of communications. What we're really doing is creating relationships with a whole ecosystem of people, from our employees to our consumers, to our vendors, to our CSR partners, all of these people. We're really about communicating with them. And then we come to, well, what is your expectation from that communication? Well, those are there's a multitude of them. Personally, I don't believe there's such a thing, or it shouldn't be, as such a thing as brand marketing or product marketing. When somebody buys a product, they're buying your brand too. So right. we need to integrate all of these disciplines in order to achieve a goal.
Yeah, everything's becoming more communicated or more connected. I mean, every single aspect of our life seems to be involved with the other. So I see what you mean by, like, you're not just buying a product, you're buying the brand as well. Especially with brands now, a lot of consumers seem like they want to do business with brands that have similar philosophies that they do and things like that, which I find to be so different. One of the other folks we were talking to said that back in the day, you used to just talk about your product, right? That's all you did. It's like product. And now you have to talk about like who the company is.
You kind of always had to. I've been in new product development for a gazillion years, and consumers are smart. I'm going to go right out and say it. Anybody who says it's not, I'll take off my earrings and fight you. But the reality is that it's always been about relationships, but now there's amplified expectations on the part of consumers because they have a lot more information. They get to know a lot more about you. So consequently, they care because they're smart.
Right. Well, if you can, Jeanine, just leave us with before we go, I'll just ask you the one final question. So we try to educate folks on the show. So if you had one piece of advice to a young marketer that you just can't live without, like what would you tell that young marketer? What would that piece of information be?
Wow, for a young marketer. Well, I know that I had thought about that question. I thought about it in regards to leadership. As a leader, back in the day when I first started leading, I thought I had to just get my ideas out there and like make them happen. And unless I got them out there, I wouldn't get satisfied. And my biggest learning in that sense has been that you don't have to throw everything on the table all the time. You can be judicious in how you bring it out, and most importantly, co-create everything. And that goes for all of us up and down the food chain in communications. Co-creation's where it's at because nobody has all the answers for everything, and engaging people in what you do is going to make you exponentially more successful.
I dig it. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. So unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today, but we really do appreciate you coming on the show. It's incredibly insightful. Thank you so much for your time, Jeanine.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And keep going, everybody. We've got a lot to do.
So if you'd like to learn more about Outfront Solutions, head to dailyadbrief.com. That's going to do it for us today on Marketing for Your Future. I'm your host, David Benfield, and we will see you all next time.